Decode. No, it's working. Okay. All right. Hey guys, it's Issei. How you doing? I'm pretty good, but I'm kind of sleepy because it's 9 a.m. in the morning. But you know what? It's Friday. Thanks to God, it's Friday, TGIF. So today I'm gonna take the IELTS listening practice test. As I already shared 2 videos before this, and some people might know, this is a really awesome website because you can get your estimated band after you answer, and it just takes 5 minutes or so. You know, it's really quick. So this website is very useful, and this is my top recommendation. Anyways, if you guys want to do this with me, prepare a paper and a pen with you, or you can go to this website directly. In that case, I paste the link below. All right, so let's get started. Today I'm gonna do the expertise in creative writing. Okay, so before we going on, if you guys want prepared, just pause the video and check the keywords. Expertise in creative. Okay. Most. Okay. All right.
For my short presentation today, I'm going to summarise the work I've done so far on my research project to explore expertise in creative writing. Essentially, I'll share with you the process I underwent to gather my interim findings. First of all, I should give a little relevant background information about myself. Before I started my current degree course in cognitive psychology, I studied English literature, and as you can imagine, this meant I spent a great deal of time thinking about the notion of creativity and what makes people develop into successful writers. However, the idea for this research project came from a very specific source. I became fascinated with the idea of what makes an expert creative writer when I read a well-known 20th century writer's autobiography. I won't say which one at this stage, because I think that might prejudice your interpretation. Anyway, this got me thinking about the different routes to expertise. Specifically, I wondered why some people become experts at things whilst others fail to do so, in spite of the fact that they may be equally gifted and work equally hard. I started to read about how other researchers had explored similar questions in other fields. I began to see a pattern that those studies which involved research in a lab were too controlled for my purposes, and I decided to avoid reading them. I was quite surprised to find that the clearest guidance for my topic came from investigations into what I call practical skills, such as hairdressing or waiting tables. Most of these studies tended to use a similar set of procedures, which I eventually adopted for my own project. I'll now explain what these procedures were. I decided to compare what inexperienced writers do with what experienced writers do. In order to investigate this, I looked for 4 people whom I regarded as real novices in this field, which proved easy, perhaps unsurprisingly. It proved much harder to locate people with suitably extensive experience who were willing to take part in my study. I asked the first 4 to do a set writing task and, as they wrote, to talk into a tape recorder, a technique known as think aloud. This was in order to get experimental data. Whilst they were doing this, a research assistant recorded them using video, I thought it might be helpful for me in my transcriptions later on. I then asked 4 experienced writers to do exactly the same task. After this, I made a comparison between the 2 sets of data, and this helped me to produce a framework for analysis. In particular, I identified 5 major stages which all creative writers seem to go through when generating this genre of text. I think it was fairly effective, but still needs some work, so I intend to tighten this up later for use with subsequent datasets. I then wanted to see whether experienced writers were actually producing the better pieces of writing. So I asked an editor, an expert in reviewing creative writing, to decide which were the best pieces of writing. This person put the 8 pieces of work in order of quality, in rank order, and using his evaluations, I was then able to work out which sequence of the 5 stages seemed to lead to the best quality writing. Now, my findings are by no means conclusive at this point. I still have a long way to go. But if any of you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them and go.
Okay. How was it? Okay, so after you answer this, you can submit and get your answers. Then as you can see, you can get your band score. So it looks cool, huh? And then if you could not hear anything, you can check the script here. And on the other side, there are questions. So I really recommend using this website to practice listening. And also you can check like your estimated band score, which you want to know. So anyways, thank you for watching this and happy Friday. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.